Hello everyone, this is Corin, and today it's not a carrier video. It's not a meme video like my Schultz video. We're gonna be talking about Elbing, and as I've grinded for a few weeks since April, I got enough experience for my Elbing. So yeah, right after the patch update, I just logged in and I don't have enough credits for my Elbing. And then I decided to sell my Bismarck because, well, it was the first thing I could think of to sell. Oh wait, I actually forgot that I could sell my stock upgrades on my Schultz. But anyways, we're running like the basic, pretty much the same upgrades on Elbing as on Schultz. We put main battery modification 3 for the extra reload. I haven't chose my slot 5 yet because I was still thinking about it. Propulsion, as most ships do, and then now on slot 3 I would recommend main battery modification 2 because the guns are accurate enough. The AA mod, I think you can take it, but like turret traverse is more reliable, and that's all what I have to comment on these guns because they just turn really slow. So the first two are basic destroyer upgrades, and then I decided to, like, if I wanted a captain, an actually working captain instead of like a meme build no concealment Elbing. No concealment Elbing can work, but it's just that if I want to play objective, it's going to be a bit harder. So here I run my trusty Legends commander. Yes, I spend doubloons to retrain captains. It's just because I'm poor and I don't have enough elite experience because I dumped them on all different kinds of captains. Alright, anyways, my Legends build is just a typical destroyer build, taking I don't know, like the basic 4 skills a destroyer takes, then RPF, which I will explain later, AFT for like about 16-kilometer range, which is pretty much the skill that you would like to have on every single German light cruiser destroyer, I mean heavy destroyer, whatever. And then AR because this Elbing does not have a heal. I mean, I would run it anyways. So then I finally decided to set with steering gears because the maneuverability is terrible, and I've heard that it's worse than a Harugumo, like 890 meters of circle radius. That's even larger than a Baltimore, and so I ran rudder 2. Maybe I could have gone like my meme build, my mini hydro, my torpedo lookout system, or concealment. But here I was thinking about just making it my Elbing a bit more maneuverable, and so she could dodge more shells instead of like just getting spotted. Still getting outspotted by a lot of destroyers and stuff. I forgot to mention my flags. Here I ran detonation flag, of course, always something you have to run on a destroyer. Like consumable reload, AA, actually, yes, it is important. Speed flag, and this fire flag, which is really important, I think. That Elbing, I mean, even on the destroyer, you might catch on fire, and Elbing has so much health and does not have a heal, so I would consider that this fire flag is kind of important on Elbing. And then slap all my economic flags, and then yeah, pretty much I went into a random battle, and look at all these destroyers. Alright, time to switch to the match. So the match was as expected. no cruisers at all. I mean, just one, and a mini cruiser on each side, which is one Elbing, and then a bunch. How many are those? Like six battleships, which is something I haven't seen in a while on North America. I do see it on Asia, and two carriers on each side, all midways. Okay, so someone said he hasn't played in 3 months. I don't really care about it. So here my game plan as an Elbing. What I have to do at the start of the match is to start, like of course, be a normal destroyer to spot for the team, abuse my concealment, and then start guns go at the enemy battleships or cruisers. But there's only one Petro, and I would pretty much prefer to stay at max range. And boy, this ship is huge. Anyways, just stay at max range and shoot ships, do damage, try to war down ships and kill them before like our team loses, or like, it's just a ship which slows down the game tempo because they are supposed to be farming and stuff. Here I have to apologize for not enabling my in-game interface. Like, it's supposed to show the health bar of this Elbing. I don't know why it suddenly just switched out. Anyways, here I was going to go to 9 Line and 910 to start farming their Montana Republic and GK, since their midway was hovering around. And by the way, I have to mention that these rockets have already had their delay change, and so I could dodge rockets. It's something funny. By the way, here I'm going to go into decap because first I saw that there was a Shima on A, the Petro was also on A, and the Elbing was also at D. So I decided to actually get into the decap and cap it first, because being a destroyer with large detection doesn't mean that I can't go into the cap. But here I got spotted by their second destroyer around this cap. And I thought, well, maybe I'll... Yeah, the Elbing started shooting at me. Just like, you know what? See you later. Slowed down, smoked up. And then... bounce. Okay, maybe some overpen. Just smoked up in the cap. It's not something that... which is really okay, I think. But at least I'm in the cap. And the reason why I took RPF, like look at my RPF switching around, is because that I want to know where their destroyer is, so that I don't run into its torps. It's the same idea as a Venezia or a Zao, where you're like sailing in the middle of nowhere and then somebody suddenly torps appear in front of you and you get depth struck because you have bad rudder or something. That's why I take RPF on my Elbing, and here I can check where the enemy destroyer is. So far, still no clue which destroyer it is. Should be the gearing. What the hell is this resolution actually? Oh god. Anyways, I got my decap, and then the midway is somehow torp bombing me, so I got out of my smoke. We lost our Shima in A cap already, which is a bit tragic. Only Vampire is alive there. Here, so I'm back to my main job. My team noticed that there's a destroyer out there, and then I'm starting to whittle down this GK. As you can see, this GK is just sitting there. He shot at me, and bonk. This is also an advantage of Elbing. The ship is so small. The ship is so small that first you don't take citadel damage, and you can save more health as well a destroyer. And second, you still have maneuverability. Like maybe it's a bit better than a light cruiser. I don't play light cruisers that much, but I play destroyers. So anyways, here I'm trying to be a Kaba, farming this GK, which is almost dead. maybe just went bowing and died. The Republic shot at me, and I slowed down to dodge the salvo. So here I'm trying to abuse my enhanced angles. 4 pens on a GK at 14 kilometers, 2k damage, which is still pretty nice. And Republic, hello. Anyways, this ship, Elbing, I would say it's pretty fun, and you should get it. I only played 1 match, and okay, our GK is also YOLOing. Doesn't really matter because I mean I can't control my teammates' movements. And here I thought, so here I made a critical decision here. I'm not going to push D because I have bad concealment. Grozovoy also has bad concealment, so I'm gonna head to A. I'm gonna head to A because there are 2 destroyers there. Petro also, I don't know how much HP he has. I want to help my vampire get a cap. So, of course, I can keep farming. I can keep chasing these 2 battleships. Guns go and whittle them down with my AP guns, which are really good if I want to farm. Like, I think I've only been shooting my guns for about 2 minutes, maybe, or 3 minutes. 41k damage, which is pretty decent. I know I'm not a daring or something. I don't really have that insane DPM, but what I can get from Elbing is that reliable AP damage and HE penetration. And it's a reason why I like this ship. It's reliable. I don't have to be like some other light cruisers, for example, Rooster. Like, if you don't get fires, you're pretty much fucked. But as Elbing, I have my trusty, I don't know, AP guns, 150s, and improved guns, and the arc is really good. So I actually am pretty comfortable in aiming at ships at max range. I forgot to mention that earlier, I derped the torps at D because I thought that the gearing would come back, and he did. Or straight into my torps. I did not time this at all, but I knew that the gearing was coming back, so I pinged for our Grozovoid that somebody took a torp. I think it's the gearing. And then here I saw that since we already transitioned to A, I'm starting to resume my job at shooting the Shikishima. It's not angled. I do not have SAP, so lucky fire there. So I switched to HE and maybe luckily did a fire or something. My main job is to annoy these battleships, make them shoot me or something. Our girls did a really good job at killing the gearing with a bit of my torpedo support. And look at this Shiki actually going broadside to me. I'm gonna switch to AP and start doing some damage to it. Hopefully get something. Like getting about 1k every salvo isn't that impressive, but when I switch to AP 3000, I would say that's a lot maybe. Here I make a little mistake. I got blapped for 5k by the Shiki. Maybe I should have stayed at a bit longer range, a bit further range. Thank you for the fighters midway. But this ship is a bit more about, okay, we talked luck gens, a bit more about like speed juking, rudder juking in open water. Torp beat intensifies. We barely dodged that, god. And then using smoke to disengage whenever, like, look right now. I'm starting to get cornered up, especially by this midway. I think that I can go dark. Slow down for the Shiki to maybe miss, luckily. I realized that I'm getting spotted. I have to proc DFA and instantly smoke. The reason why I smoked up here is because I knew that I'm gonna get spotted for a while, so I had to smoke up, otherwise I would take more damage. And the reason why I went out of the smoke was because the Shiki spotted my last position, and if I took a salvo from that, I mean, this is a kind of a thing that I learned from Asia. Even if you smoke up, people are gonna shoot at your last position, and that Shiki did do that. Instead of shooting my Slava GK Conqueror, we already have 1.2 million freaking potential, which is big yikes. So yeah, to just like get out of the smoke because the battleship shot at me. I still have duration in my smoke back there, so I think it was actually a decent choice for me to dodge that salvo, even though I'm not sure if it would actually hit me. Its potential anyways. Here the Shiki is getting low. I'm starting to use my AP shells to blap the Shiki's superstructures. And because of this island, I don't need to risk getting hit by Shimikaze torps. But then I made a mistake by getting into a crossfire in front of a daring and a Shimikaze. Wasn't really a perfect idea. Yikes! Got lit on fire, and then start reversing, and apparently I mean, this is worth it, right? I mean, daring is a great fire setting destroyer, but it detonated. And this fire is honestly just really important. I mean, just remember that I took nice rockets. Remember the fire flags I took earlier? And remember the death flag I took earlier? I mean, I think they're really important in terms of like saving your life and stuff. I made a mistake there and I got out alive. I'm honestly pretty surprised by the results. Here our team is doing a really good job since their daring got punished. Blapped by 3 battleships, detonated as well. So here I'm thinking about, well, I'm considering getting into ACAP with my team support since there are only 3 ships left here, and then I'm going to be reversing into the cap. My torps here were going for the Shima because I think that he's definitely not going to ignore 2 battleships and not torpedo. So here I'm starting to reverse into the cap and not show my side to the Shima. Alright, Torpedoes intensifies volume 2. So here I was actually mashing my W and S key to not get hit by these torps. Bless the fact that the ship was a Shima instead of a Gearing. If that was a Gearing, it could have been dead. But okay, we lost our Conqueror. Here, I really wanted to shoot my guns at the Shima, and I knew that I couldn't because I would lose HP. The Shima would shoot me, and I honestly think I have to save my last smoke. But okay, nice dodge, Shima. For some reason, I've landed 2 torps on destroyers with 50 knot torp. I mean, with 50 knot speed, and it's funny. It's funny. It's kind of like Venezia, you know. You have slow torps and long range, and you only have like 3 on each side, but they hit stuff. They hit destroyers, and it's funny how it still works. And Elbing has 12 with 10, but 90-second reload. So basically, you use Elbing torps as kind of. I think this ship is going to be here, so I'm just going to throw it. Who cares about the results? And then be surprised about how it worked. How. Here I made a mistake by turning my A on. Got blapped by the Slava. Yes, it was a big mistake of me. I shouldn't have turned on my AA. And here I finally realized that I did not turn on my alternatives interface mode. Yikes. Please switch it to full for your good sake. My RPF here, here was showing that a destroyer or something was in the middle. Like, hello? Yeah, here. It was pointing at. I know it was pointing at the Republic, but I think that something is in the middle. Like, since I don't know, it should have been pointing this way instead of middle, right? So I think that something might be in the middle, and I don't really want to face check it. But then when I was adjusting my interface, I missed something, which was really anyways, this the enemy Elbing, he torped around. His torps were spotted around the D cap, so I was sure that the Elbing was still in D. So I just sailed straight forward into D. And by the way, this Elbing was really low, pretty much the same HP as I did. Well, a bit more than than mine. We have a ship advantage, but our Vampire, our Slav are not having a good time going against this Midway. Their Elbing is almost dead. And here I'm gonna transition back into D to deny their cap. I know that my team is not going to win because look, our Vampire just got picked off. Our Slava will not survive for long, and I'm playing this cruiser like cruiser should play for objectives, right? Maybe that that makes sense. Our Slava does a really good job at killing off the Elbing. Maybe I should do less commentary and start talking about my impressions on Elbing. I would say that this game, I didn't really focus. I mean, this ship is supposed to be anti-cruisers, BLAP battleships. Maybe torp some stupid destroyers with the very impressive range. These are Ostergotland torps. The range, of course, not the speed. And they have low detection, about 8 seconds of 8.2 seconds of reaction time, which is pretty much the same as Oster. So here, this is maximum AR and luck gents on my Elbing. So pretty much you can pretty much get about a sub 6 second, 5.8 second of reload on Elbing. Here I preserved my smoke because I knew that I might come back to D and take the cap and stuff like that. If you ask me, Korn, if you're playing objectives so much, should you just run Swift and Silence? I would say no, because RPF helped me dodge torps a lot, helped me predict the enemy ship's movements, even though some were a bit mistaken. AFT is life in Tier X. Rain helps me dodge shells, even though I've already taken 1.6 million potential damage. And here, since I have the range, I get to shoot the Midway with HE because it's angled, and I will eventually switch to AP. Oh wait, what is the reload actually? Is it 4.5 or 6 seconds? Like, look right here, 1k HE. The Slava is shooting at me, blinding me in smoke. 8k with 6 penetration on the Midway. That's a big hit. Okay, even though the follow-up wasn't as impressive. Bonk. And this is why I like Elbing. Like that broadside. Bonk. Goodbye, Midway. I think I dealt really impressive amount of damage to the Midway. Oh, or I mean, I helped. Oh fuck. Apologies. I am back. Walked and voted. Had a phone call, which is a bit important for me. But anyways, we won the match. Yeah. Hooray! And for the game results, I would say I'm pretty satisfied. In both, like, I took 3 caps in total. I bet this is not normal this is not what you should do every day as an Elbing, as a Felix Schultz. No, you don't do that every day. You are focused on dealing damage, punishing cruisers, maybe not dealing with the enemy destroyers, but oh, actually 20k to midway, really impressive. But these ships, I would say, either focus cruisers, maybe farm battleships, and maybe take caps. But in this match, it was about playing objectives. So that made me win. Otherwise, I might have gotten like maybe 160k damage and possibly a lost. Yes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my replay. Maybe you'll be very fascinated and excited about getting your own Elbing to play. Now, it's a fun ship. I like it, and enjoy your day. And I'll see you guys next time.